last time we were informed that Condiment Man had sort of went off the deep end and intended to break into the secret vault of the Heinz Company, to get their secret ketchup recipe, which he was going to access by going to an elderly couple's house and burrowing deep underground. Because apparently the Heinz Ketchup Company's secret vault is, like, beneath an elderly couple's home. Don't ask why. Anyways, upon confronting him there, Scribble gave a rousing speech to all of his ne'er-do-wells, and they decided to actually do something with their lives and abandon their boss. In the ensuing struggle with Condiment Man, he managed to consume all 57 of the souls that Heinz Ketchup uses to flavor their sauce, making him Condiment God. Did I miss anything?
No, you got everything pretty spot on. It's been pretty villain of the week, so, you know, not a lot happened last time. I will say I've had a tremendous time with this small thing.
So these souls, do they do anything in particular if they're separated?
Oh, you
like,
get...
do they each do one thing?
We don't know. We haven't tried.
Well, I'm trying to eat them right now.
I believe Red Genesis had received a grenade to the... Not a grenade, a mayo grenade. A condiment grenade? I can't remember. To the stomach and absorbed a bunch of damage for everyone else.
A grenade was tossed down onto the ground, and rather than dodge out of the way, Red Genesis grew his vines to protect others from its nasty explosion. In the process, getting himself completely creamed.
Yes. Red Genesis has been creamed on. As you can probably tell.
Mayo in his eyes, and I got acid ketchup in my eyes.
Yeah. As you can probably tell, we had a lot of fun last session. That being said, I do want to try giving out ciphers at the beginning of this session. Red Genesis, in response to the damage you receive, you can feel your cells kind of trying to harden in order to block off other things. This, you should be able to maybe once heal yourself for I believe 5 points of damage. And I think I'll take an action.
You think, or do you know?
I believe so.
Alright, it's a risky choice then.
Yeah. It's either that, or it will decrease the effect of a might task. So it's possible. I leave that choice up to yourselves, i.e. you.
Excellent.
Okay. Lucky, what's your character's name?
Habiki.
Habiki, there we go. That took too long for me to remember. Habiki, while trying to absorb the souls for Condiment Man, you seem to have empowered them slightly. You don't think it'll last long. It's a one-use thing, but it'll allow you to decrease the a speed task.
Okay, thank you.
And did you actually change your character's hero name to Kenku, Defy You?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will give you two things. One of which is a small teleportation device that has also been attached to Red Genesis. It's somewhere in his
I
vines.
thought this would be how you're getting kidnapped.
It was done without Red Genesis's knowledge, and the other portion was given to you so you can immediately get to the combat. The second thing you will get is it's damn it, what was the name? Here it is. Super Relish. Condiment Man's only weakness. Other than normally just punching him in the face. You don't know exactly how it works, but you know it does work. You apparently have to get him to eat it.
Huh. I have to get them to eat it.
Correct. Okay. That being said, does anyone have any questions before we get started with today's session?
Nope.
I'll take... Okay, got it. Now, hopefully, my music for Roll20 is not acting up right now. Because I know last time I tried to use it yesterday, it was just not working at all. Do you guys hear anything?
No.
Damn it.
I don't either, but my laptop is also on mute, so...
Well, that might be why.
Oh my god. Oh, I did it again.
What'd you do?
I joined the Cinesats Tentacles campaign. Just kidding in there.
There was one time when I think I joined the Kids on Broomsticks campaigns like 4 times when I meant to go into something else.
Oh, right. I gotta get onto Roll20. Let me get to my computer.
Got it. That's fine.
If I don't have my sheet up and I don't have a token and stuff, do I still have to get onto Roll20?
If you don't have... Oh, your sheet up and everything on Roll20? You don't technically have to. It just helps with visualization. I also use backdrops and kind of explain distances using them. So, that might hinder you a bit.
I just haven't been able to make the sheet because usually I'm at work other than here.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I think we have a little bit of your sheet in there right now. Yeah, we have a decent amount of your sheet in here right now. So, at the very least, I can roll initiative and everything for your character.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna get on right now.
Why is there another one for Kenko?
Oh, I just added that. I thought it didn't actually get added. I didn't see it. Okay, are we all set?
Eeyore.
No.
Okay, then let's get started. So, I believe where we last left off, it was Condiment Man's Condiment God's turn.
I don't think that was the case. I think it was just after his turn.
Scribbled, what say you?
That I write in my notes.
You put in your notes?
I shall check the notes. Okay, well, my notes are vague. So,
Well,
I'll flip a coin. A coin's get flipped. Actually, Kenku, what do you think?
I would say the last thing that is said in the notes is that Mayo got into Sarge's eyes, Ketchup into Hibiki's eyes, and Red Genesis is covered in mayo. Which
yeah,
are all
but
things that Condiment Man could have done.
the thing is that all of that's out of order.
Yeah.
I know.
And I know it's out of order because I was like catching up on the notes afterwards. Like the last thing I remember was jumping on top of the grenade and then yeah.
Okay, coin's getting flipped.
No, I think it was, because I think the last thing that occurred is Condiment Man shot me with a ketchup gun in the face.
Yeah.
Which would have been his turn.
That's fair. I think you're correct on that because all I remember is you threw a grenade and and then he blinded you after that.
It says I do not have access to roll 20.
Give me a moment. Here you are. There is the link again. Did it work?
Slowly loading.
Okay, got it. So, it was the end of Condiment Man's turn. So then we will move over to Hibiki.
Okay. Hibiki's gonna wipe the ketchup out of his eyes.
It was acid ketchup.
Yeah, you said I had to remove it from my eyes or else I would take damage.
You are correct.
So that's gonna be my action, to remove ketchup from my eye.
Got it. Sarge's turn. Sarge has shut down to update Windows. Red Genesis, your turn.
I guess I'm gonna use my cellular healing.
Okay.
While I writhe in pain.
You writhe in pain, healing 5 points of damage. I don't think it's a massive amount, but it does do something. Faye or Kenku, what would you like to do? Oh, you actually have to enter combat. I'm assuming you've already clicked the button and everything?
Yeah.
Okay, you click the button, you'll appear. We'll say that was your last action, so you appear, you see Sarge has shut down to update Windows. Red Genesis isn't looking very good, and Hibiki has ketchup on his hand and smeared on his face.
No,
I think
I'm
it
not
always get
Genesis.
itchy when I'm not around.
Red Genesis always look good, especially when he's covered in some white, milky substances.
He said he didn't have acid ketchup. Why did I believe him?
Why did you believe him?
I don't know.
Spoiler alert, I'm a villain.
You're bad at it.
I'm the best goddamn villain there is.
I will rub my temples and then I will go run at him and try to sweep him.
Okay. Let me see here. I believe this roll was an intimidating roll. Do you guys remember any of the effects on him? It should be in the notes.
If I remember, I launched a fireball at his nards, so he's debilitating pain. His Mayo backpack has been disconnected, and Sarge also did something else. I can't remember what that one was.
Okay, so we will assume the one for Sarge is still in effect, and the pain is still in effect. So if you want to use that, that will be a difficult
do I
check.
have to roll initiative?
I already did.
Okay.
That
Difficult check.
Yeah, that'll be a difficult check, which means you're looking at a target number of 12.
Alright, and what am I rolling?
It's your D20. Do you want to use anything to lower the difficulty?
Let's see if I can.
You can use effort and, let me see. Because I do have your character sheet up somewhere. Face morph. Nope. Nope. I really only see the ability to use effort right now.
I would use effort.
Okay. And you're using sweep, right?
Could I also transform into him right now? Or is that 2 different actions?
That would be 2 different actions.
Dang it.
So face morph would be 2 intellect points. If you want to sweep him, I believe that's a speed roll for you. That would be 2 speed points.
Alright, then I'm gonna use my intellect points to transform into him.
Okay, so you're down to 10 intellect. Oh, actually, hey, Scribbled. Would
Yeah.
the edge take away from those 2 intellect points?
So the edge reduces the total that you spend by the edge amount, right? So, let's if you use your effort, it reduces it by 2. But
Yeah.
if you add like an ability plus the effort, it doesn't double reduce.
Well, the reason I'm asking is, can you... You don't have to use effort to use edge, right? Edge is just automatically taken off.
Yeah. Edge just reduces the amount of the cost, right?
Okay.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So,
I've had intelligence edge this entire time and haven't been using it on special abilities. I thought it was only for effort.
well, I guess
No,
it sucks to suck.
It just reduces the cost of the total cost. So let's say you use an ability plus edge, and that makes the cost like a 3. You still or 4. You still reduce it by your effort.
So my hedge magic and healing touch are free to use then?
Yeah, if you can spend.
God damn it. Well, I'm keeping my pool at the same thing right now because I have no idea which ones come from abilities, but good to know for later years.
Okay, so what's the challenge for the value now?
You just wanted to change your face, right?
Yeah.
Then that's just 1 intellect point. So, and you form your face into Condiment Man's face.
Alright.
Okay, and that will be the end of your turn. We will move over to Condiment Man's turn. Red Genesis is pretty messed up. He will turn to you, Hibiki.
If you shoot me in the face again, I'm gonna kick you in the balls again.
You see, he will take out his ketchup gun, and he will fire his ketchup gun at you. I believe this was set at a difficult check.
Okay, which is DC what?
12. The target number is 12.
And this is a speed one, right?
This is a speed one.
So I can use my Cypher?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll use my Cypher, and then I'll expend effort.
Okay.
So that means DC is...
It's gonna drop the DC. It's gonna be a standard difficulty, which means target number of 6.
Yeah, 16.
16. Okay. That's enough. So it does not hit you. You are next.
Okay, he's still a bit too high HP wise to do the thing, right?
Yes.
Okay. I will launch a fireball again. With Will-O-Wisp.
Got it. Fireball with Will-O-Wisp means you're looking at taking everything into account right now, a challenging task.
Okay. Didn't you say my occult and spirit manipulation come in handy here because he consumed multiple souls?
Yes.
I'll also expend a point of effort, which means this is going down by even more. 7 minus 3 is 4, right?
Yeah.
So, what's the challenge rating here?
You used effort. That would bring it down to a difficult one, which is a 12.
Nope.
Okay. Habiki, you feel he takes control of the spirits in your pieces of paper, and he seems to be trying to rip them out of your control.
Those are my souls. Those aren't like my soul.
I
That's
know.
not anyone else's soul.
He has spirit manipulations.
I'm gonna kill this guy.
We're all trying to kill this guy.
Sarge is still rebooting. I might have him come back on later.
I'd like to encourage Sarge. I was like, Sarge, you can do this. You can get back into the fight.
One sec.
I can't do a voice right now. It really hurts.
I understand. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna roll a might check for Sarge. Just flat. Because I don't want to use any of his pool and anything right now. Right now it's gonna be intimidating. Sarge does not come back online. You see it's at 30% and it's been there for about 2 minutes now. Red Genesis, your turn.
Are you sure he's trying to get onto Windows and not Dell?
I've had Windows updates that lasted for 25 minutes.
All right. Well, since I'm back up, I'm gonna flip onto my front side, and grab at his feet and just hold him in place. Make it easier for everyone else to hit him.
You know what? Because you're only grabbing his feet and he is distracted right now, I'm gonna say this is a demanding task. So that's a target number of 9.
Okay. Aha! Success.
Success. You flipped over and you grab his penny loafers. By the way, he's fighting you guys in penny loafers.
The hell are penny loafers?
Look up
What
a
a-
picture.
What an atrocity to mankind! This vile villain. That he would decide to wear such a pathetic type of footwear while
No, he's still
combating
not.
us.
I'll give him some credit. He's not wearing them with socks.
He is wearing them with socks.
Yeah, I'll put it on. Nope.
I only imagined him wearing them with socks. So, we're gonna move over to Kenku's turn.
Alright. I'm going to punch him in the face and ask, why are you hitting yourself?
Okay. Would you like to argue anything for me to make this a little bit easier? Right now it's at an intimidating one because he's very hard to hit.
His legs are bound. He's in incredible pain because he was hit in the nutsack.
That can only last for so long. I will accept the legs being bound one, though.
Yes, legs are bound.
Legs are
I'll
bound.
give-
That's challenging. Would you like to do anything else to lower this? Would you like to mayhaps argue that the psychological inebriation of him seeing himself hitting himself?
That wouldn't cause inebriation.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, I know. I'm waiting for you to say the correct word.
Yes, I would like to argue that.
Oh, that's a wonderful argument that you came up with. That'll lower it to difficult.
Okay. And that's a might?
That is a might check. You can also use effort here if you want to.
How do I add effort? Does that just lower it by 2?
It will lower the difficulty level of this again.
Yes, I'll use effort.
Okay, so for your character sheet, what using effort means... Actually, I believe you can roll it... Let me just check. Might. Difficulty is... challenging. 1 level of effort. So if you go into your might roll, you can go ahead. If you hit might, you'll set it to challenging, and you'll apply 1 level of effort is the final thing you do. So challenging will be 5, and then effort to roll would be 1. And then you hit submit, and that should take care of everything. And then just remember when you go to your current might pool, or not might pool, but your current might, and you're going to decrease it by 1. Decrease it by 1. Decrease it by 1, Jason. Son of a bitch. There we go.
Alright.
So your pool marks your total, and your current is how much you currently have to spend.
Okay.
Okay. Moving on, it is Condiment Man's turn, and his Mayo jetpack is currently busted, so he can't use that. I think it's time. He's out of mustard grenades. He's not out of mustard grenades. You guys see Condiment Man flip something down on his mask, a little respirator, and he is going to unpin a small grenade and drop it, and out will pour a gas. Everyone that's in an immediate range of him, which is everyone, go ahead and give me a speed roll. It's not going to be too difficult, but it will be a standard task. Unless you're directly on the ground clinging to his leg, in which case it will be a demanding task.
Oh my god, we all did poorly.
Nope, Kenku got out.
Oh,
What'd you get?
I got a 2.
Ah, okay. You guys will feel the mustard gas hit you. This is not actual mustard gas, as in the war crime. But it definitely stings a significant amount. While you're in this gaseous place, all rolls that you make related to hitting Kim will be raised in difficulty.
Oh, jeez.
Habiki, your turn.
It was just hit again. Is his HP low enough yet?
It might be. It could very well be.
Why are you saying it so vaguely?
Because it's like, if it is, it's right on the cusp. Or if it isn't, it's right over it.
Okay. I'm going to reach down and use Healing Touch on Red Genesis. So, Red Genesis will heal for 4 points to any pool he wants.
Alright, well, that's useful.
Okay. The Windows update has gone up to 40%. Red Genesis, it is your turn.
Alright, well. I'm still grabbing onto his legs, right?
Yes.
Can I pull down his pants?
Yes, you can.
Well, let's see what he thinks of this maneuver. I call it the pants off.
Okay, you know what? You're already clinging on to him. This is genuinely a simple task. This is a target number of 3.
Ah!
Success.
I've done it.
Kenku, Hibiki, you guys see his pants fall down. He is wearing boxers. They have ketchup and mustard on them. Not as in, like, bottle designs, as in, like, they're stained with ketchup and mustard. Do with that information what you may.
What the hell? Why?
Kenku, your turn.
Okay. I am going to take out my bow staff and go to hit him with that.
Okay. All things considered, this has gone down to a difficult check.
Alright.
Remember, if you use effort, take that away from your pool. Yeah, that'll hit.
Let's see, want to know the difference between you and me? I make this thing look good, and I don't wear socks with fucking sandals.
Socks and sandals are in style, young lady, he says as you... How do you hit him?
I will go for a rib hit.
A rib hit. Okay. You hit him in the rib, and you will hear a crack, as he is an old man. That has to be the end of your turn. We are on to Condiment Man. Condiment Man? Condiment Man's actually going to take note of Red Genesis, as he has now pantsed him. Red Genesis, go ahead and give me a defense roll. This would normally be demanding, but you're on the ground and in mustard gas. This is going to be challenging. Target number 15. And this is a speed roll, I believe?
Oh, well, that doesn't matter since I rolled the same number anyway. It's gotta be a 15.
15!
So,
Success.
on the money.
On the money. You see he goes to shoot you with his ketchup gun. Unfortunately, he will slip, or not slip, but he trips over his now pantsed ankles and misses you. Yes.
I'll
You.
try and consume him. What? Did you say something?
I was gonna say yes. He is weak enough to consume.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'll try and consume him.
this will be a intimidating might roll, I believe. We made it.
Why would it be might?
Oh no, it was intellect. You right.
Mm-hmm. Don't do anything to bring this down.
Effort. Uh,
I'll
and then
expend.
arguing.
Okay. Wait, I got this. Okay. So, he's already trying to do the same thing to my Shinigami, right? My paper dudes?
Yes.
So I'm going to use his attempt to pull on that soul to more effectively rip the 57 out of him. He's the one who started this connection. I'm going to use that to my benefit.
I will allow it. That
Okay.
will bring it down to a challenging roll.
And then, lastly, trained in spirit manipulation and occult.
I'm gonna say that's kind of what's helping you, or mitigating the fact that you are trying to. You're trying to reverse this and pull at the same time. Because otherwise, I would have had you make 2 actions for all that stuff.
So then I'm going to expend a point of effort, which brings challenging down to what?
Challenging is going to go down to difficult.
So that's a DC 12, right?
Yes, it is.
Oh, I got 19.
Success. You feel Hibiki successfully rips out the 57 different souls from him. Not Hibiki. Yes, Hibiki. Hibiki, you will get.
Red Genesis.
Okay, fine. Red Genesis. Hibiki, you will successfully get 3 of the 57 different souls. The other 57 will go back to their container, as Condiment God will turn back into Condiment Man.
I think what just happened is probably you guys saw, like, flame-looking tendrils reach out from Yuki as she ripped something out of his chest.
Red Genesis is very confused by what he saw, and he thinks for a brief second that Hibiki is trying to get into the condiment marketplace.
The 57 souls are out of him. He's no longer Condiment God.
Okay. While not being Condiment God, he is not down just yet, although he is significantly weaker now. Let's see if Sarge wakes up now. He does not. I'm just lowering it every time. He'll eventually get there, I think. Red Genesis. It is your turn. Condiment Man is currently huffing and heaving.
Well, seeing that he's in a weakened state, I'm gonna attempt to finish him off.
Okay. Go ahead and try.
And so, what I want to do is, I want to like take his condiments, like his condiment packages that he has around his body, and I want to huck them like across the room.
Okay. This will be. At this point, it's only a demanding check to interact with him. So if you want to do anything else.
Bam!
Okay, would you like to describe what exactly you do? Because you will beat him.
Yes, my tendrils go all over his body, every inch of him, and just separate his gear from his body as I rip it off and fling it all to the far corners, leaving him entirely naked.
Okay, that's gonna take us out of combat.
Red Genesis, what is with you and just rubbing people?
I don't wear clothes, and I don't believe that it's necessary for others to do so either.
So this is a common occurrence where you're getting people naked at random.
Well, technically, it's not at random. I am, you know.
I didn't know this would be a common occurrence. This is surprising.
Red Genesis, I don't think your character understands why he's being interrogated when he's the one who took down Condiment Man.
Exactly. I'm like, what are you all complaining about? I took away his condiment packs. We can now defeat him more easily.
Not complaining per se. I'm just grumpy about the fact that I'm now currently looking at a naked old man. Not the way I thought this day was going to go.
But technically, whenever you're with Red Genesis, you're always looking at a naked old man.
And it got worse.
I've seen things I don't want to see, and I cannot raise from my eyes.
God, I wish the acid ketchup was on my eyes.
Condiment Man has gone from being, honestly slightly disappointing villain of the week to being just an old naked man in a corner. He offers no resistance any longer.
Okay, we need to get you in jail and out of this place because I'm pretty sure that Heinz is a devil worshipping place. So if this
I think you need to get clothes on him first. I'm pretty sure the cops don't want to see that.
I'm incredibly petty. If I have to see this, I'm willing to subject it to cops. Fine.
Red Genesis, what say you?
I'll spare him a toga.
Okay, got it. He receives the toga for comfort. And you guys, you can do two things. You can climb out of the hole, which you do see some of Condiment Man's henchmen trying to do. One of which has actually got surprisingly far, all things considering. Another hasn't really even moved that much, considering I think it was like 2 to 3 miles down or something. Or you can walk out the front door, which is like a 2-mile trek, but it doesn't involve climbing.
Well, you know, a good group of heroes exits through the least expected way and leaves no trace of their presence. So let's climb out of the hole.
Doesn't let all of these villains get consumed into the 57 souls that Heinz is using to fuel their ketchup. Is no one... We should report this to the authorities, right?
Yes.
I mean, I kind of just shrug and be like, I didn't realize there was an authority for souls.
No, there's the police to stop people from, you know, gathering souls and using them to fill people's ketchup bottles.
Red Genesis, concerning the state of the world, the police have gotten tremendously more available for things like exorcisms and spiritual contaminations.
Oh, blimey.
I'm just gonna take pictures of all of this so we have some evidence.
I will take pictures, but oh no, I'm not gonna say that.
No, please, Red Genesis. What were you gonna say?
What sentence? For the love of God.
Okay. Well, you guys will have to get out. Whoever's carrying Condiment Man, actually, one sec. Let me make a check for, Sarge here.
Come on, Sarge, you can do it. Yay, Sarge finally did it.
Sarge is going to boot back up, guys. Having finished a Windows 11 update or something. You guys see Sarge come through. However, his voice box seems to be shot. So I don't have to do Sarge's voice. Anyways.
Can I use the same trick I used to walk down to walk back up?
Yes, you can.
Do I have to make a roll for it?
Yeah, this is going to be a might task for you.
How is this might?
Because you are climbing up instead of just letting yourself go down.
But I'm stepping on the dolls.
Yeah, but you're fighting gravity still.
God damn it. Fucking gravity.
Gravity still exists.
Gravity's a bitch.
In order to go up, could I shoot an arrow from my bow? Do I have rope? I have rope. That should be an automatic thing, right?
I believe your character does have rope. You would be able to climb up using that. It will be a demanding check for your character. And then for Hibiki, it'll be the same since you are using something to aid you in climbing up. It'll be a demanding check. Red Genesis, how do you propose to get up?
I think I'm gonna snake back up the same way I snaked down.
Okay, so everyone go ahead and give me a demanding might check, and I will make a different might check for Sarge.
Oh, it's a might check and not a bow check?
For your bow, actually for yours it will be speed. And then for Red Genesis, it will be a might check.
Can I use hedge magic and far step to bring this down?
I will allow it.
And do each of those bring this down by one, or is it only brought down by one?
One sec, I didn't do that right. That's only brought down by one extra thing. So it goes from demanding to standard.
Okay. Oh. I got a 10.
Okay, got it. I believe that'll help you make it. I messed up on Sarge's. Sarge will make it up. Red Genesis, I'll say you do make it up, but you will take 2 points of might damage on your way up, as it seems to be a more difficult climb than you originally thought it would be. And Kenku, you're doing just fine. There we go. You guys enter into the house of... Mr. and Mrs. Richardson. This
The
nice...
previous times who
Shut the hell up.
Are they still on their walk?
You see they're coming back from their walk just now.
Well, I think he used the same.
Get
picture
out of
for-
here, you jackass. Worry.
I remember.
No, stop it. Anyways, you see Mr. and Mrs. Richardson come back in from their walk. They see you guys coming in through their house floorboards. They're looking at you. Well, that's a mighty fine hole you got yourselves into. Is that going to be patched up before you guys head out? I would suppose so if you're installing the new hardwood floors in here.
Oh.
Oh, it's not a big deal. Don't worry. It's just we've uncovered a secret cultist lair underneath your house, and we're going to have to call in some exorcists to fix the issue before we patch it up.
Oh, those tricky You know, back in my day, exorcists were only called for superstitions and not provable nonsense that from these degrading cults. I miss the good old days before the war.
Yes. The war must have been really good for you, or bad, or...
Should I tell
We
them?
gotta go. We should hurry.
Abiki, what were you trying to say?
Habiki is just wondering if he should mention the fact that he is an exorcist. That is his job. I'm gonna decide against it.
Well, if you need to call an exorcist, I think the police department has a dark arts officiant now. A bunch of gobbledygook if you hear me. But, if you must, go ahead and call them. When can we expect the hardwood floors to be done by, though?
Oh, Tuesday of next month.
Tuesday of next month, but we'll miss a whole 3 programs if we do that.
Yes, unfortunately, hardwood floors are rather expensive these days. And, they take time.
Could put the TV up in your room.
Put the TV up. Well, we would, but unfortunately our son doesn't come by anymore. And if I was to try to move the TV, it would probably blow my back out.
I can move the TV upstairs if you want.
Habiki, this will not be an easy task. This is a very old TV. This is a brick of a TV.
Oh my god.
What if Red Genesis helps? You know, the two of us. We can make it a stunning team.
That should be significantly easier. So you guys want to help them out here?
Yeah.
If both of you are doing this, this is going to be a standard task. So target number of 6 for both of you.
I got 7.
Red Genesis, don't fuck this up.
Oh, I mean,
Come on.
what was the check again?
It's a standard one, so it's a TN of 6.
I did not fuck it up.
Good job, Red Genesis. You guys see Red Genesis and Habiki grab the TV, lift it up, and walk it up the stairs. By the way, these stairs are deceivingly long. This is a deceivingly short amount of room to actually maneuver this TV. But you eventually get it up into the bedroom for them. Well, doesn't that look mighty fine? Would you guys like to stay for dinner?
No.
I would love to.
Yes. Well, we've recently made a fine casserole. You see Mrs. Richardson takes out a casserole. You don't know what's in this casserole. And from experience with casseroles, I can tell you there's like a 50-50 chance that this is either very good or very meh.
It looks like she can see.
Miss Richardson? Absolutely
Yeah.
not. She actually looks like she needs more help seeing than her husband, who has the glasses on.
Got it. So, this could definitely be
Chance
poison.
I'm willing to take.
Okay.
I cannot leave in good conscience with a hole in their floor while this practically blind woman is walking around.
I will be slowly walking backwards to the door to make it look to them like I'm walking forwards.
Okay, got it. Well, Red Genesis sits at the table with a dish in front of him with the casserole on it. Red Genesis, do you take a bite?
I do. Bravely into the beyond I go.
Bravely into the beyond you go. Red Genesis, this is a very homey cornbread casserole. It tastes delicious. You can tell just how practiced Mrs. Richardson is as a cook.
Why, this is delicious, Mrs. Richardson. Why, one of the best casseroles I've ever tasted in my life.
Thank you, son. See, it's a family recipe that was passed down from my great-great-great-grandma. It said that she shortly made the recipe after her husband died. She made it in memorial for him because he loved cornbread so much.
Oh, and such a touching story to go along with it. Although, I must, if I must bother you for something, you know what would go really great with this casserole?
What would you like, son?
Some Heinz ketchup.
Some Heinz. I think we have some Heinz somewhere here. You see, she looks in the fridge and you see 5 bottles of Heinz ketchup just lined row to row on the fridge door. Here you go, sonny boy. This is... I don't know why, but some Heinz representatives came over a long time ago and they're like, you guys get free lifetime supply of ketchup as long as you allow us to come onto your grounds and do stuff. And we're like, absolutely, would you like a casserole? She says this while holding the Heinz in front of you in her hand. She hasn't let it go or put it down on the table yet. And we're like, absolutely. And he said that the casserole was the most delicious thing he ever had. And then he mentioned something about putting some cameras somewhere. And we said we don't really want to be watched. But you know, I think he insisted. And then we still insisted that we didn't want to be watched. So he put them outside of the premises, about 2 miles off. And occasionally we do get visits from these Heinz representatives wearing black cloaks. Always like saying some random stuff about the 57 and how important they are.
Do you happen to have any, did they leave you any paperwork, any contracts, any, like, a business card?
No. It's all informal agreements with Heinz.
Can you tell us
Oh,
where
wait.
the camera is?
The camera's 2 miles off the property line that way. Although we do, and now that I think about it, even though it's not necessarily a business card for Heinz, the person who originally came to us did give us a business card.
Oh, yes. I would like to see that. I want to see if I can get in on this getting free ketchup for life thing.
Let me see if I can't find it. This was years ago. You see, she's looking through a bunch of documents. As I will remind you, she doesn't have the best eyesight. This isn't going to be an easy task for her.
I'll help you look. Do you remember the name on this
Well, son of a bitch. She pulls it out almost immediately.
She rolled a nat 20.
Yeah, old grandma here rolled a nat 20 to find it. As she hands you guys an almost untouched by time business card. The only thing you can tell is like the paper here is a little flimsy from some degradation, which very clearly it was made of some sturdier stuff. Otherwise, it would feel almost like a sheet if this was made out of normal paper. And on it is a faded name and number, very clearly visible. Let me
All right.
find this. Here it is. It is going to be Sally Savak Hines. Actually, you got it exactly right.
Oh, cool.
Sally Savak Hines.
While you guys are dealing with the old granny, Hibiki will go up to Kenku and go like, "Can you handle the people coming from the hole? I'm gonna go see if I can find that camera and wipe our existence from it, because I don't want a devil cult after."
Yeah, I'll deal with the people. Personally, yeah, I'll deal with the people.
But Red Genesis, she still hasn't put the Heinz ketchup down. She seems to have forgotten about it in her grip.
Oh, well, I'll stretch out a vine and I'll try to lightly grab it from her hand.
Go ahead and give me a might check here. This is gonna be a difficult task, as this grandma seems to have an ironclad grip on this thing.
Oh my god.
Red Genesis, you just want ketchup and you're not getting it.
Oh, it's a difficult time.
What was that, Sonny?
Who's Sonny?
You're
Red
Sonny.
Genesis?
No, right?
I'm
Miss.
Sonny. Oh, I was just taking the ketchup bottle from your hand.
Oh,
I
the
don't want to be holding
ketchup
onto it all
bottle.
day.
You see, she finally puts the ketchup bottle in front of you.
Oh, thank you. Mmm. Tastes like Fred.
Well, actually, Red Genesis, you can tell the Heinz ketchup you're trying right now actually does taste a little bit less than what it tasted like before. And no longer does it say Heinz Ketchup 57. It says Heinz Ketchup 54.
That's disconcerting.
But it does taste
Automatically updates.
a little bit lesser than it tasted before.
Does the granny remember it having 57 on the bottle, or is this
There's
someone-
no way in hell you're gonna be able to discern that.
I'm also gone. Looking
I
for
would
the-
be out for too.
Okay.
I would have stayed with the couple, but from the outside of the door.
I thought you were grabbing the people who were climbing up from the hole.
Oh. Yeah.
the people we need to arrest.
That being said, one of the people will come up. This was one of the people that Red Genesis talked into putting his weapon down. He comes up, he immediately puts his hands up, seeing you guys up there already. I promise I won't. I won't do anything wrong again. Um, would we possibly be able to look at ignoring my small transgression?
Which one of your many small transgressions do you want us to ignore?
Drilling a hole in an elderly couple's living room floor and following a lunatic.
I'll give you the following a lunatic one, but these old people, come on. They
I
can barely see.
I will make them a new hardwood floor. How about that?
Alright, I give them a quota.
The problem.
I give them the quote of a month and a half. So, get it done in less, and I'll willingly look over that transgression.
Okay. I used
Did
to
you
be.
just start a construction company?
No.
He's not gonna get it done in a month and a half, so I give him community service plus jail time.
Okay. The rest of them will get up. You chain them up in the various ways that you want to. I'm not even going to ask for checks for that. They basically all given up at this point. Sarge is looking over Condiment Man. This is the first time Condiment Man has ever been brought in. Eventually, the police will get there. But Habiki, you want to travel to the camera off the edge of the property here, right?
Yep, I'm making sure my hood is still up, so even if they do catch my face somehow, they do not know who I am.
You mean even though if they do catch your body somehow, they can't see your face?
Well, I have a cloak on too, so.
Okay, fine, whatever. Yeah, so the camera's easy enough to find, and it does cover over a decent amount of land. You can see it actually peeks over into the property line, kind of looking at the entrance of the house. But not looking at any of the windows or anything, just the entrance, kind of like a doorbell cam, essentially. What would you like to do? Because, like, you can destroy this camera, but the likelihood of there being...
Backing up somewhere? Can I see what system it's a part of?
Yes, I don't know. That's the answer to your question. Yes, it is backing up somewhere. I don't know if your character would be able to know what system it's a part of.
I'll text Nocturne real quick. I'm assuming he gave us a way to get in contact with him.
Yes, Nocturnal has given you a way to get in contact with him. You text him, and he sends you a electrician's map of the residence.
So can I see where this camera is plugged into?
Yes, it seems to empty out at a small outpost, essentially, close to the edge of the Heinz facility.
Okay. Would you say this whole thing has taken 10 minutes and an hour?
This whole process, it's taken about 10 minutes. I don't... Oh, actually, getting out to this location would have taken you another hour.
Okay, cool. So, I'm gonna use 2 recoveries and text everyone in the house, hey, I found where the camera's backing up to, if you guys would like to help me wipe some data.
Okay. Red Genesis, if
Red
you
Genesis
want...
is on his way.
If you want to use your recoveries as well, that you can.
Probably a smart idea, actually. Let's do a recovery roll.
Ah, that's a shame.
That takes an hour and 10 minutes.
That is
For
a
4 points.
shame.
Oh wait, you add a +1 to the recovery roll?
You do.
Oh, cool. So
Yeah, it's
that's-
1d6 plus 1.
Do you do the same thing when I use healing touch, or is that just 1d6?
I believe that's just
Yeah,
1d6.
it's listed in the ability.
Okay, Red Genesis heads over. Faye, your character, Kenku, receives the same message. Would you like to go as well?
I would. Yeah.
Okay. You guys all arrive at the camera here. You would note that the facility, the Heinz 57 facility, is located
Don't you
approximate.
mean Heinz 54?
The Heinz 54 facility is located approximately 6.3 miles away from where you guys are currently. They're fairly close to the Hendersons, but they're not that close. So you guys do have to get there. Now, as to how you get there, I don't remember if any of you guys actually took a car here. I know for a fact one of you did not take a car, and Red Genesis abhors cars. He rides his bike everywhere.
Yes.
So
I
Hibiki,
think I 100% took a car.
you 100% took a car? Okay, Hibiki has his car. Would any of you guys like to get in? Because otherwise you're doing a marathon.
I
Well,
called
I
drive.
guess
What'd you say, Red Genesis?
I guess for this one time it will be acceptable to kill the world with fossil fuels.
It's an electric car.
Oh. Well, then I have no qualms whatsoever.
Okay, and Faye, what about you?
I called driver's seat.
No, it's my car. I'm driving.
It's not one of those fancy self-driving cars.
But it's called dibs. And-
There is a self-driving feature to it, but no, I spent my hard-earned money on this car.
Hibiki says as he just gets into the driver's seat.
Alright, I'll get into the passenger's front seat. Dibs.
Red Genesis, what say you to this?
Well, I'm fine riding in any seat.
Are you
I
fine
don't see
riding?
a reason to.
Are you fine riding on the top of the car?
I don't really think we should want to draw attention to ourselves for this mission.
You are being fair.
It is tempting.
Obviously, like, when I'm driving it around, it's incognito mode, so, like, everything that would be an identifier is covered.
Okay. Give me one moment as I try to Photoshop this building.
Question, isn't there a Japanese horror manga about a self-driving car that kills people?
Yes. There's also a scary movie about that same thing. Actually, more than one.
Tempted for it to look just like that car.
Okay.
How tempted are you?
Incredibly tempted.
Tempted enough to have your character blow like $200,000 on it?
No, not that tempted.
Hmm.
Is this from the movie?
Yes.
I prefer the short film.
Is it a good movie?
I believe it is. It's by Stephen King. Well, the book is.
Maybe I'll watch it. Fox, are you pulling up a map or something?
I am trying to Photoshop the 7 out of here.
Ah.
So
Very important step.
this is extremely important. I
You're trying to Photoshop the 7 out and put the 4 in.
Yeah, this is the most important thing I have done all day, and it looks like in order to do this, I will have to come up with a plan B. Yes, this will work perfectly. I didn't mean for this to take so long, so I promise you, this will be the best Photoshop anyone has ever seen.
Red Genesis, why don't you just get an electric car for yourself?
Too expensive.
Yeah, he's on a researcher salary. Yeah.
Do you not get paid a lot?
Well, no, it's just I have expenses. Lots and lots of expenses.
Is it plants?
I prefer a particular type of potting soil.
Eat it?
In a way, I suppose.
Did you say, in a way, I suppose I eat it?
Yes, I don't know if eating would be the appropriate term, but, you know, I guess you could say eating.
Is it more like you absorb nutrients from it?
Yes, exactly, and that's why it needs the right level of calcium and hydroconsulfate.
Alright.
I totally know what those words mean.
Ah, I see we have a fellow scientist among us.
Isn't
Yeah.
nitrogen also
totally.
important of the soil?
Sorry, what?
Isn't the nitrogen level also important in soil?
Yes.
For humans, yes, but not for plants.
Alright, so Kenku, how do you know Nocturne?
Oh, he's my dad.
Gasp!
If I had something that I was drinking, which I wouldn't be drinking inside of my car, I would spit it out. But,
I've done it.
oh my god.
Isn't it perfect?
Yeah. Long story. But yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So, you know exactly exactly what his cave is called, and it's not the Owl Cave, right?
Oh, actually, he's gonna love hearing the nickname that we've now given his cave. I mean, that's exactly something he'd love to call his cave.
He's already heard it, and you guys have all seen the reaction.
So what I'm hearing is we should continue to call his cave the Owl Cave.
Yes, absolutely. Like, nothing would make him happier.
Yeah, I could see the tears of joy brimming on his face as we explained his new cave.
Yes, that's what occurred. Anyways, but at the Heinz 54 Center, I'm truly proud of this moment. This took me too much effort. You guys see up on the outskirts, this is a large building, and you do see people coming in and out of it. Off on the outskirts is a small security post that seems to be used primarily to ID people entering and exiting this area. From what you have reported in the technician's guide here, or the electrician schematic for the Heinz 54 Center, you'll also note that Heinz 54 Center schematic is written on this piece of paper. The
Server?
Yeah, the server should be located in a small air-conditioned room underneath the guard booth. Just as a way, it's an air-controlled room to keep the tapes and everything cool so they don't overheat.
Is there access to it from the guard room?
Yes, there is a small hatch that should lead to it. So you just need to get into the guard's booth. In the guard's booth right now, you'll see a rather friendly-looking, plump gentleman there.
How friendly and plump is he?
In terms of friendliness, you can see he waves to pretty much everyone who wanders in. In terms of plumpness, small planetoid size.
Oh my god.
Well, I guess the question is, what are we doing here?
What?
We have to...
Does he have his own gravitational pull?
You have not seen anything orbit him just yet.
Does his chin look like a ball sack?
Yes.
Brown hair and glasses?
Yes.
Is this computer?
You don't know.
Doesn't he have the name tag?
He does, but you're not close enough.
Can I see the hatch behind him?
Yes, you are able to see the hatch behind him.
I'll try and use hedge magic to open it.
The hatch behind him?
Yeah.
Okay. Using hedge magic, you should be able to with a demanding check.
Right. I'll expend a point of effort for this. gonna assume that doesn't work.
Did it say a failure? Yeah. No. That being
It
said,
seems like the devil worshippers have put some sort of barrier around the door.
they haven't. But there is your guard, Samin.
Anyways,
I didn't hear that.
What do their uniforms look like? Is there anyone? He's letting people in. Are they wearing uniforms, regular clothes?
You can see a bunch of them are wearing normal clothes, just civilian clothes. Some of them seem to be desk workers, so they're wearing like formal suits and such. But you can see he's checking a badge that they have. And occasionally, when he sees someone he seems to know very well, he'll just wave them through. He doesn't even stop to check the badge.
Alright, then I will probably text Knight and ask him if he knows anyone who isn't supposed to be on the clock but works there every day, and can he give me an image of them?
Nocturnal. Give me a moment, because it is a weekday, so the majority of them would be working. Nocturnal won't be able to find specifics on the scheduling. However, he mentions that you could probably just see someone leave that's like seems to be known really well, and then just go in after them saying that it's like you left your code or something.
Okay. I will probably just do that.
Okay. Is someone outlining Peter?
sorry, I'm giving him a black shirt because he's a security guard.
Okay, got it. Yeah, so well, first off, you'll have to use your morph, but you do see someone who leaves, who seems to be rather friendly with, not Peter. The guard, whatever you guys want to call him.
Peter?
You don't know his name yet. Anyways. You see he seems to be rather friendly with him, and you will get a decent look at his face if you want to just try morphing into him and passing the guard.
Yeah, I will totally do that. Now, which one was it again for morph? Was the intellect?
Yeah, it's going to be 2 intellect points, and then your edge takes 1 off, so it's a single intellect point.
Alright.
Okay. You morph your face into that person. Now, given the fact that you only saw them once, I will say this should be a demanding task. So that's a target number of 9.
Yeah. Gonna be a demanding task.
That's a success. Lucky, you having fun there, bud?
Yes, I am, actually.
Okay. Uh, do you want to describe how your face changes? As this should be the first time everyone is clearly seeing it.
It's like, how do I describe it?
Is it a
Like,
magical effect or is it like you putting on makeup?
it's a magical effect, and it's kind of like shimmery. Like, if you've walked past those robot, it's like the robots that have their blank face, but but they have an actual face projected onto them, and you kind of see that shimmer.
Okay, then you
Like,
could say something like you guys see a brief glitch on Faye's face as certain features on it, like the eyebrows start to change, the hair color changes to resemble the person that just passed by. Does that.
Oh, that's a cool trick. I have to ask. You're not a yokai, right?
yes, I am. I know exactly what that is.
That's the wrong answer, Faye.
Now he must murder you and trap your soul.
That
Yokai
would.
are demons.
I knew that is.
Yokais are demons. So, are you a demon?
It depends on who you ask.
I won't tell my parents about this for now.
But I believe he's asking you.
I would recommend not telling any of my family members about it either.
Got it.
But it's a cool trick nonetheless.
Thank you.
Okay, so do you guys drive up to the entrance?
Yeah, I'll use minor illusion to go invisible.
So Kenku's character just comes driving up in the passenger seat.
No.
I forgot about that.
I would actually
May drive.
seeing as it makes no sense that I'm driving up when I just walked out.
Yeah, sure. So you're just gonna walk in?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, yeah, so you walk up to the main entrance. You see the officer here standing here. You can actually see his name tag now. It says Brian. Brian looks at you as you walk up. Oh, Tony, didn't you just come in here?
Yeah. I forgot there was reports on my desk. And you know them. They're gonna get mad if I don't finish them.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. It is crunch season. Did you hear? There's something strange going on in the lower levels, apparently, man.
No. What's up?
I don't know what happened, but it's going off right now. I don't know if you had come back like a second later. I don't think I would have been able to let you into the building at all, man. Yeah.
It's a good thing.
Well, you head off. You go grab those documents. You're gonna have to get out of here real quick. Otherwise, I think you might be held in for one of those mass company meetings. So you probably don't have more than 10 minutes to get out of here, man.
Yeah, and the wife's gonna kill me if I'm late. You know it's our anniversary, right?
Yeah, I remember you celebrate her anniversary every year. I'm real sorry about what happened to her, man.
Oh, yeah. So am I.
Okay. Well, you head off. And again, man, I'm sorry. Those pack of chihuahuas, they never should have gotten out. And it's a real shame about what happened to her. But yeah, you head out and you go enjoy yourself as much as you can.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
real stupid question. How do you spell Brian?
Brian? Brian.
It's not actually a stupid question. I'm a host, and my job is to write down names. I found out there's ways to spell that one name. And one of them is with an O, which doesn't make sense.
What?
What's going on?
It's bra on. Someone spells it bra on.
That's not even right. Whatever. Anyways.
That sounds like a barista at,
Starbucks.
yeah.
You're Canadian. Wait, Tim Hortons?
No, Starbucks is good enough. They just give up on names after a little bit.
Okay, got it. Yeah, but you are successfully in the building. You would know that the location you have to get to is actually the guard booth that Brian is currently standing in.
How do I make that not awkward?
Did we follow her in?
You guys didn't say anything. I assumed you were waiting outside. Like you parked the car somewhere off in the corner and we're just waiting.
I'll send a message to Faye that's like, if you can get him out of the guard booth, I think we can handle it. Because that might be less awkward than going back and going, like, actually, my papers are in the bottom of your guard booth.
Actually, why don't you come with me to get my papers? I mean, I kind of don't want to. It's weird, but with her passing, I don't want to be alone right now.
Ah, you use the piece of information I made up on the spot. This will be... You'd be getting him to leave his post here. So I would say he knows him well.
Okay. A beer from the break room.
I'm gonna say this is a typical task. So this is gonna be a standard task. Target number of 6.
Standard task, target number 6. And what am I using?
This will be intellect. You see, he looks at you. Yeah, man, you know what? Just because it's you, I'll head over. And I'll help you out here.
Thank you.
Okay. He will follow you towards the building.
I'm going to far step into the booth.
Far step into the booth? You can easily get into the booth.
Ooh, I also have far step. Should I join him?
Would you
Should
like
I
to?
join Hibiki?
Yeah, sure. You far step into the booth.
Is there a guardsman uniform spare in the booth?
Yes, there is a guardsman uniform there in the booth.
I put it on, name tag included.
Ah, wonderful. What would you like this name tag to say? Just because you're doing this, what would you like your guard name to be?
Roberto.
Roberto. Okay. So, we're going to follow Hibiki for a second. Then we're going to get to what Roberto is doing as he's manning the guard booth, I assume, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just, in case someone comes in.
Okay. Yeah, so Hibiki, you head down into the primary thing here. You don't see a lock on any of this stuff. This isn't supposed to be the primary guard for the camera over there. And also, they didn't really ever think they would need anything from that camera, so they don't have too much security on it. You can very clearly see. The issue here is now you have to wipe this hard drive. I don't think Hibiki would know how to do that.
He does know a bit about computers.
He does, but does he know how to totally wipe a hard drive?
Hammer works.
I don't want to let them know I was here, so I can't fully trash this place. However, I do know computers and server rooms like this don't like to be hot. So I'm going to break the air conditioning system.
Okay. You want to break the air conditioning? Are you just doing it overtly, or are you trying to get into the mechanics of the system and break it?
Mechanics first, then overtly if that doesn't work.
Okay. If it's the mechanics of the system, this is going to be a standard roll.
Okay. 14.
Okay, a 14. You find the Freon supply in the air conditioning care, and you easily rip it out.
Okay. Next.
I'd like to remind you a Freon supply is also highly toxic.
God damn it. I'm immediately gonna drop it. And heal myself with my healing share.
Okay, let's move over to Red Genesis. Or Roberto, as I should say. Roberto, you're standing
Yes.
at the booth here, and you see a very expensive looking car moving up to you. It seems to be a Bentley, and there is a driver in the front seat of it, and a passenger in the very back seat. It pulls up not to the driver, but the passenger, who rolls his window down.
All right, I look in and see who it is.
You see a man wearing a very important business suit, and he hasn't said anything, primarily because he seems to be highly confused.
I look at him and say, "Papers, please."
My badge is with... You see, he takes his badge and he hands it to you. Where's Brian? I thought he was supposed to be working the booth today.
Oh, yeah. He called in, got really ill all of a sudden, had to be rushed to the hospital. I'm the emergency replacement.
Emergency replacement? You have the same name as Roberto, but you don't look like him, man. When did we hire you?
Oh, a while ago, but, I don't come in very often. I'm kind of on the back burner roster. I'm only here when something comes up.
You're saying we have 3 guardsmen at the post today? That's... fair enough. You were called in.
Yeah. I'm like the real big replacement, in case both of your guards are unable to make it in for the day. You have a third option here. I work for the agency.
Wait, you're telling me Roberto wasn't able to make it in either? I thought Roberto came in today.
Oh, yeah, he did, but he ended up with getting rabies, I think.
Roberto and Brian both got deathly ill. It had to leave.
Yeah, I think he was hiking down a mountain trail on the weekend and got bitten, but he thought it was not a big deal, and then he started foaming at the mouth. Anyway, I don't know why I'm telling you all this. This is just what I heard from my
Go
from
ahead.
my boss when I got the call.
Go ahead and make me a difficult intellect check here, Roberto.
Let me spend some effort. Hey, it's a success.
It's a success. You okay there, Lucky?
I'm fine. Give me a second to mute myself.
I can hear him coughing. I don't know what happened. Roberto.
Probably drinking something in the middle of this conversation. Yeah.
Possibly. That maybe wasn't the best choice on his part. Roberto, you see he looks at you. He gives you a quick nod. Well, I'll make sure to look in on them, send them a care package. You have yourself a good day, Roberto, too.
Nah, sorry, hang on a second here. I'm sure your old guard Roberto, he had recognized you on site, but since I ain't here very often, I need to double check and make sure I'm doing my job right.
He already
So,
gave
if
you
don't
his
mind-
badge. This was...
Yeah, but I have to look it up on the PC and check like employment records and
Oh, yeah.
stuff.
Okay.
It's the whole process. Can you just bear with me a minute over here while I double check? Five minutes at the most.
No, Roberto, too. You got your job to do. I won't hold you from it. Go ahead.
And I go in on the computer and pretend to hit buttons and look very busy for the next 5 minutes.
Okay. Well, for the next 5 minutes, defy you. We're gonna go over to your character. You are with Brian. You are getting closer and closer to the building. Brian's just kind of looking over at you. And you can see he's already starting to wonder. I'm hearing a lot of feedback from your mic.
What the hell is that sound?
Give me one
Someone's
sec.
spirit
It
being
happens.
consumed?
It happens. Give me one sec.
Got it.
I'm alive.
You sure you're alive?
It's the 58th soul is being transmitted into Heinz Ketchup right now.
I'm sorry. That success fully broke.
You back?
Guys, I'm buying you guys some time.
There.
This guy seems important,
Oh.
Giving you guys some extra time to get in and get out.
Okay.
On and I'll start to cry.
What did you think I was doing?
You're gonna start to cry?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me an intellect check. Honestly, this is something your character might be used to. So this is gonna be a simple intellect check for you. So target number of 3.
Alright.
That's a success. So, you start crying, and Brian's just like looking around like, I don't know what to do here. This isn't like a normal occurrence.
Ever since Chihuahua, I go home and I'm just alone. Every day, alone. I see her things and...
No, it's fine, man. You take a moment and you collect yourself. If you want to, I can I can just tell them that the situation and everything, so you don't have to pick up those reports today. They'll probably let you off.
Dude, I've been late on so many different files that I'm pretty sure I'll be fired soon. Could you... I just can't. Could you go get them? Please?
Go ahead and give me an intelligence roll. This is going to be a standard check.
Go on. Can how many efforts can I use?
You can only use one effort. You only have one level of effort to use.
As you level up, you can start to use more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did it.
You did it? Well, I have wonderful news for myself. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna use a DM intrusion here and say you didn't do it. As he looks at you, you know what, man? By the way, a DM intrusion is when I get to say, no, you didn't succeed. And then I give you 2 experience points. 1 to keep and 1 to hand over to whomever you wish.
Where do I put experience points on the sheet?
Let me check.
Oh, there. Okay, I found it. Then I will give my other experience point to Roberto.
Roberto, you get an experience point.
Oh boy. Okay.
You see Brian look at you. You know what, man? I'm gonna put my foot down. You head home. I'm gonna head back to my booth. I'll make a message up to your boss. I'll explain the situation. You don't have to worry about anything. You come on. Let's head back over. We won't have to go into the building, and you can get yourself home, and you can you can get yourself a nice beer or something and head off to bed, man. As he starts guiding you back to the place, the booth.
Are you sure you want to do that for me? I mean,
I'm certain I want to do that. Now, come on. You start heading over. You will see at this point the Bentley is in the drive there as Red Genesis is checking the paper as Roberto. It's difficult to see exactly who is there. However, you just see another guard there at the Bentley. And he looks and he's like, oh, Roberto came back from his break?
oh, yeah, I guess he did.
Huh. Well, I guess we'll head over there and Roberto can help me draft that message to your boss, he says as he continues walking on. We're going to get back to Hibiki. Hibiki, Freon, on the floor. You had successfully disabled the system here. Would you like to do anything? Right now, it's very clear someone just took the Freon out of this thing.
How do I make this look more like an accident?
You know, fire makes everything look like an accident until an investigation has been done.
I'm going to use fire. Everything on fire.
Okay. Fireball's easy enough. I'm not going to say it's going to take anything specific to hit anything in here. But you set the computers and the hardware and everything on fire.
Alright, I'll send a message that's like, I'm done with the server room. Can I come up to Red Gen?
Red Genesis?
When I got that message, I'm like, I waved the guy through real quick. I'm like, okay, everything checks out. Go on in. I know you don't want to wait any longer.
Okay, yeah. And you know what, Roberto, too? Good job. It's appreciated. It's not often that I see someone up here, Hibiki, the fire's starting to creep. It's not often that I see someone up here who's, like, really dedicated to their job. And I gotta commend you on that.
Kunai can control flames, so I'm going to have Yuki stop the fire from creeping as much.
Okay. He's
Red
good.
Genesis is gonna be like, "Oh no, don't worry about me. You know, it just go on in, and everything's all good. Don't need to wait around. I know you got some really important stuff to get to. Sorry I delayed you this long."
Okay, yeah, sure. Red Genesis, I want you to go ahead and roll me a speed check or speed task to see how fast you get him through. In order to get him through fast enough that Brian won't start impeding you is going to be a demanding check here.
Not counter argument. No!
He rolled too fast. That's a success! You successfully wave him through. You see Brian heading back your way. He doesn't seem to have recognized that you're a giant. Not a giant. You're a normal-sized plant man. For some reason, I just want to say giant every time I'm about to say plant man. You're a normal-sized plant man. And he is coming back with Kenku. And you can also see smoke starting to creep up from the server room underneath you.
I take off my uniform and just get the hell out of there.
I immediately open the hatch and bar step out.
Okay, both of you get off your shit and you far step away. Automatically. Kenku and Brian, you guys head, or yeah, you and Brian get to that the booth there where you see smoke from the hatch is very clearly the bottom floor of this thing is on fire. Brian's just looking, what the hell? Wasn't Roberto here? I saw him. I thought I saw him.
I don't know. I couldn't see anything past what happened.
You know what, man? You head out. I need a actually give me that fire extinguisher right there.
Wait. Before I left, could I have used hedge magic to throw Red Genesis's costume down into the server room to make it look like Roberto 2 died in the fire?
Give me a speed check. And honestly, it would have been a simple thing to do.
My EXP point to succeed on that.
Okay. You throw it down. This is a waste of an EXP point, by the way.
I don't think it.
Whatever. You throw the costume down. Brian sees Roberto's burned clothes down there as he grabs the fire extinguisher and just starts spraying furiously, calling headquarters and the fire marshal. It would be the easiest thing to just walk away now.
I will walk away now.
Okay. You walk out, and you meet up with Red Genesis, formerly known as Roberto, and Hibiki.
You know, I really feel like if I wasn't a superhero or a scientist, I think in another life I would have been a guardsman, sitting in his boot, saying papers please all day.
I think I would have been, well, actually I sort of am a ninja. A spy.
Okay.
How about you, Kenku?
I think if I wasn't a hero, I would be a gang member.
Huh. Interesting choice. Let's get out of here.
Okay. As our heroes walk away from a fire they started and made someone think his best friend died in a fire horribly. That's where we're going to end today's session.
I think his best friend died, but then then his best friend's gonna come back from lunch, and then they're gonna be it's gonna be revealed that Roberto too, who was called from a company to, like, guard the thing for unknown reasons, was the actual person who died.
Yeah, sure. Anyways, that's where we're going to end today's session.
All right, if someone could write some notes, because I forgot to take notes this whole time.
I also did.
I didn't.
I'll try and do it by memory for next week.
If I remember correctly, a Cliff Notes version is, you guys defeated Condiment Man by